Sorry about the background noise. My washing machine just went off in the kitchen. The magic of TV, isn't it? Today, I want to talk to you about the results of Operation Unwavering Resolve, which took place in Indiana last weekend. And these are the results. The event itself was 1,100 points. There was an 18 order dice cap. You couldn't bring any armies of, only rulebooks and a PDF. And there were 16 players. You can see the smiling faces here, including some very young ones, which is very nice to see for the hobby. The results themselves was that the top 5 was first place was John, who had brought 13 order dice Germans with an air observer, MSU, and mechanized panzers and stuff. Jackson, whom I had rated as well. I thought that both John and Jackson would finish top 5. Took second place with 16 order dice Hungarians, armor, and fieldcraft on the infantry. Very nice army build. Joe Valance took third place with 14 order dice British Home Guard leaf blower spam. Very unusual build. And I had not rated that build to do so well. It was just so left field. I didn't really see it coming that could win. But, he had a bunch of Home Guard units, and then he had just HE blasting away at you with observers as well. I mean, obviously, well done, Joe. Mike came 4th, just outside of the range, and Cameron 5th. And I know that Nathan and one of the others, Cameron, I think, were both fighting for podium placements, but got knocked down in the end. If we look at the order dice lost, which is a funny way, that was their secondary. Instead of order dice killed, which is what most tournaments I've been to do, they looked at order dice lost, which was, it encourages you to preserve your own army, basically. You get the win, but you preserve your own army. I think I would do well in that format. Jackson lost the most of any of the top 5. Look at that, 14 order dice, but he still managed to get his wins. Both John and Joe lost very few order dice. Very well done for Joe with his British Home Guard. I mean, that was a difficult thing to keep alive, as it was it with John's MSU multiple small units. Small units tend to die, right? But they obviously played very well to keep those alive. So, and John and Jackson were the only 2 players who were undefeated on the weekend. I had predicted that John, Madison, Max, Robin, Jackson, and Nicholas would be contenders for the top 5. I was right on 2. I was dead wrong on 2. Both Nicholas and Robin came way down in the bottom. And unfortunately, Madison and Max dropped out. My main takeaways is that minor nations can work. Congratulations, Jackson. Jackson, by the way, you've seen him on this channel before. I've interviewed him a couple of times. So minor nations can absolutely work. And wacky builds can also work if you know what you're doing. That home guard spam thing, right? So we're in a place in the meta, the evolving meta of V3, where you can do weird, wonderful stuff if you know what you're doing, if you've trained, if you have a plan. You can do stuff with things that even experienced players think that that's not good. You can absolutely do stuff with that. Heavy tanks can still work, sort of. We've yet to see someone just dominate. I know that Beachhead was won by Topher using a heavy tank, but we haven't seen many of those events happen yet. So they can work if you know what you're doing, but there's something that prevents them from just taking top placements again and again. And mechanized is still very good. We see mechanized do well every single time. So thank you so much, Caleb, for sending me all the info, and congratulations to everyone who attended. It seemed like a very fun weekend. Although I enjoyed my own weekend as well, I think yours also looked awesome. That's it. We will see you in another video. Cheers.